think of Huhi as a big Victor threat. He played it once, but it was banned last game and then picked now that it's not banned. So there's a little bit of intel I feel like Envy has about Huhi's Victor.
Playing it once just means you got a 100% win rate, Jack.
Yeah.
Add to the stats. Envy, looking at that last pick, and it's going to be Rumble in the top lane. Some AoE power of their own.
This is a very magic damage heavy composition. Even the Varus does the percent HP magic damage, and you typically build attack speed now. So across the board, if Counter Logic Gaming get to a point where they start building MR with the Zac and the Shen, it's going to be pretty rough for Envy. But they do have a winning match up top. They have kind of one that you can play equal in the mid lane, and they do have a little bit of that winning jungle early. So they do have a top side of the map they can play towards.
Yeah, Envy definitely has that early jungle advantage, and you want to have a lane that can convert on that early jungle advantage. Rumble can push in Shen, but I feel like the kills would almost certainly have to come from tower dives. So that then comes down to execution, whether or not Omar is there to shadow. So not the easiest execution for Envy, even if they can get an early game gold lead.
Plus, we know Shen is difficult to dive just on his own. The Spirit's Refuge, the threat of the taunt coming out, it can be very difficult to make sure that dive is clean and you don't end up just giving another kill back over to him, making that a 1-for-1, and that's not.
Look at this hook.
Here we go again. Aphromoo going for it. Trying to get this one going all the way in. Stand United has been used. Galio coming in. The Heroes entrance for first blood as the cast comes out, knocking Darshan back. I don't think they'll quite still. Those jungle timers.
Try and steal this with the jump and smite. They're going to go in.
They're doing it yet again, but this time it's Lyra who's got the secure. Aphromoo and Omar God now finding themselves stuck down there in the pit. Stixxay going away, let's bounce, bringing it back. Lyra trying to get himself away from danger, but Omar God's going to be taken down. Stixxay grabs the kill onto Lyra. The blob's still coming back, but it's a double kill for Nisqy.
Yeah, and that's an Infernal Drake and 2 kills going over to Envy for just a kill in return. So honestly, playing to the strong side of the map there, everybody just kind of capitalizing on the advantage. And I feel like CLG overstepped, but look at this. Here comes Therapy, has ulti right on top.
Nisqy wants to go for the taunt, finds it. Now Huhi trying to get himself away from this one. Seraph will not allow that to happen, grabbing the kill.
And they're starting to transition these pushing lanes into place, forcing the Drake.
I'm Counter Logic Gaming, and I'm drafting against Envy, who haven't been doing well in mid-late game. We'll see, though.
Oh, here we go, making the damage onto Apollo, nearly able to bring him down, but he crashes into the wall, still dives to Stixxay, who grabs the kill for himself, and now Stixxay's barely gonna get away himself. Seraph is taken down, and CLG have found themselves one hell of a fight. Now having to get away, Aphromoo goes down. Nisqy and the rest of Envy trying to make something out of this, but they've lost their damage. They're trying to keep him alive, but Nisqy's grabbing the killing spree. Lyra's gone. Stixxay's still in the fight. Nisqy trying to come back in, but he's not able to do much with only a taunt. Tries to get away. The flash over the wall to interact. The Justice Punch will not find the stop. And Hakuo walks away. Nisqy takes the last one out, but Hakuo is likely going to fall. A little bit more damage seals his fate, and Huhi will make sure CLG wins this fight.
And the fight we talked about CLG wanted to have, kill the 80 carry, and then all our MR stacking boys are gonna be fine. They sit on a 3-man equalizer and are actually fine because they killed Apollo at the start of the fight, and that's what they've been waiting for.
Exactly. The point I was getting at is when you're up against a team like Envy that historically the mid-late game has not been their strength, I'm drafting mid-late game compositions. They haven't been able to show that they can go ahead and push those early advantages, and this right here, that mid-game team fight, Seraph's ulti, it only really melts Stixxay there, and then they're buying so much time for Stixxay to heal up and for Huhi to get back in position and deal damage with those cooldowns rotating.
Such slim margins right there. The Galio nerfs prevent the damage reduction from being higher. That's why Apollo still died. Stixxay popping away with about 5% health and then still lent
a lot of damage here. Lyra now the one on the front line, but here comes the Galio Heroes entrance. Stixxay jumping back over the wall. The taunt comes out. Darshan gonna be locked down, jumping around, beaten down. He's done. As Apollo grabs the kill for himself. Envy taking down that enemy frontliner. They're right next to the Baron pit. The enemy AD is low.
And it's really good for Envy because they also have 2 Mountain Drakes. Stixxay low, Summoner's burned as well. Only Omar with the flash.
They have control, they can turn.
Here we go, boys. Aphromoo gets turned into a burger pretty quick. Stixxay jumping away, but they can't say the same for Huhi. As CLG finds themselves 3 men down, and Envy are going for Baron.
The barrel from Lyra to take out Huhi. That is critical when you are doing a Baron and there's a Victor around. You always have to be a little bit wary that you'd be able to jump in. Omar not able to have lightning strike twice and he goes down.
Tries to get it instead. Uh-oh, Lyra caught out a little bit, but the hero's entrance gonna keep him defended. Instead, it's gonna be turned around, and Omar God is out as Apollo grabs himself a rampage. 4-1 and 6 on this Varus, that Infinity Edge, doing some work for the burst, for the damage.
And having him fed.
Chased away.
Having that gold on your physical damage sealer is something you definitely want.
Well, the Blast Cone takes them both. Darsh, incredibly strong burn to go with it. CLG does not want to be face-checking this crush. Darshan barely getting himself away as Omar God makes his way to the back line. Apollo now having a kite away. Hero's entrance blocking the fight further for CLG as Omar God's going to be taken low. The stun comes down, the play comes back. Afro Moon now absorbing the damage from everyone, but instead he's going to be going down. Omar God taken out, unstoppable for Apollo, who he now going to be chased down by Niski. And there, the front line is way too strong. And CLG has made a critical mistake getting caught out here.
Pings go down onto the CLG base. Envy has Baron and Elder up, but they also have a wave bottom. They want to distract these two and then push for the win with the rest of the team.
Just don't let them back. That's all you have to do. Waste as much time as humanly possible. Niski's going to be doing just that. The taunt will not find its way on a stick stay. The death sentence does. With Hakuo's dying breath, he continues to buy time for Seraph and Apollo and Lyra, who march onto the Nexus turrets, and Envy will tie this series up.
Afromu's going to respawn, but he cannot stop it. Strong way to bounce back for Envy here in Game 2.
I gotta say, Apollo, take a drink, man. That very last fight, he got knocked up by Afromu. QSS Flash